I don't know how I missed this when I like read through the initial leaks. Maybe I'm just blind, maybe I'm getting old, I don't know. But JJK Modulo Chapter 6 features YUJI Itadori. Like, genuinely, I don't know how I missed it, but he's there. He's like mentioned and showed in the chapter in a panel that we have not seen YUJI in before. Look, let's get right into it. All right, like, subscribe, all of that. Let's get into it because I'm itching to talk about this chapter. It's so unbelievably good. It's by far the best one yet, and it makes me so excited for Modulo moving forward because oh, this is some different great. Gege is honestly, he's just on a generational run with his manga at the moment. I'm gonna get told off for glazing. Whatever, let's get into the chapter. Yeah, the old man is basically just finished packing up the siblings, and now Maru's getting involved. Immediately, the old dude's like, this guy's he seems a bit weird. Maru's eyes kind of looking around the place. He's got his eyes closed, and he looks at the old man. He kind of stares at him. He stares at him so strongly that the old man starts, I don't know, turning into some kind of weird lizard looking. Okay, he's not actually turning into a lizard, all right? He just starts tweaking out because Maru looks at him funny. For some reason, the TCB, the art is kind of messed up a bit. But yeah, the old man starts freaking out. He then stabs himself. Not really sure why, but I feel like he hurts himself to regain control. Like he's kind of snapping himself out of whatever Maru is doing to him. Maru then immediately on smoke. He's got hella aura, all right? This guy is aura'd the hell up. He throws a massive rock at the old dude. This is an old dude, all right? This guy's got a pension and everything, all right? And we're just bullying him. Cool, fine. But yeah, we're beating up this old Donnie. Maru throws a big rock, and then he like changes the direction of the rock and makes it go to the side and then smack him in the head. Maru's then immediately on smoke, dashing over, leg in the air, massive axe kick down. Again, we're just beating up the elderly, as you do, all right? Not a great look for the aliens if this is where they're wanting to stay, you know? You don't really tend to go into someone's house as a guest and then beat up their grandparents, but you know, this is what Maru's decided needs doing. He shatters the floor with just one kick. Tsurugi's kind of like, what the hell, since when was Maru this strong? And then he's just trying to get Yuka to safety, who's still unconscious. They're now in the sports gym, and Maru's using these basketballs to basically just pummel the guy. And you never guess who shows up because he's using his technique. Maru's brother Cross shows up on the building opposite and kind of stands like Freezer up on the roof, aura farming, just watching the thing unfold. And he says that he's surprised it took as little as this to make Maru lose composure, and that he's a wretched excuse of a brother. Actually, it says older brother, which is interesting because I thought they were twins. I'm pretty sure they are. He might just be the older twin, but like, that's kind of petty if you're gonna go, oh, for an older brother who's like 3 minutes older than me, but whatever. And what Cross is basically standing there saying is, I'm gonna let this unfold because Maru could basically become a catalyst for war here. If Maru kills the old man, but even better, if he harms Tsurugi or Yuka, then the human extremists who are not going to be very happy with, you know, aliens coming to their world will have a good reason to fight back, and it will cause a conflict, which is what Cross wants. Remember, Cross is on the side of conflict. So he's like, well, if Maru kills one of the humans here, a lot of the humans won't be able to accept us, and it will basically spark conflict, inevitable conflict, and it will mean that we have to fight. He then says that with the limited amount of like jujutsu sorcerers on Earth compared to their alien forces, and the fact that they have big Sukuna level threat boss man who we now know is called Dabura, as long as he's on their side, not going to be a problem for them. Well, that is if, you know, Yuji's dead already, but he might not be, who knows. Anyway, Maru starts making these basketballs float around like he's in The Conjuring or something. The old man is just like, is it gravity reversal? Nah, this technique just surpasses my understanding of jujutsu completely. What an accurate conclusion to come to. What? Bang my desk. What accurate conclusion to come to. He makes balls float, and immediately you've gone, oh, this is way beyond my understanding of jujutsu. Kind of bum energy, but whatever. Everything starts tweaking out, like the clock starts spinning hella fast. Maru's just making the whole area go nuts. We then get this amazingly, the best page in the whole chapter, maybe in Modulo so far, with Maru pulling this intense fighter stance, and the old man, like, basically realizing when was the last time he was pushed this far? When was the last time he felt desperate for his life and nearly died? And he flashes back to YUJI Itadori, looking all aura'd up in a little hoodie in the dark, looking like he's, what's his name? Looking like he's Gyro from Hunter x Hunter, you know? And we know it's YUJI because he's got the same eyes, his same face shape, and he's got that same scar on his forehead. If it's not YUJI, I apologize, but like, why are we drawing this? Why are we showing the eye and the scar unless it's YUJI, all right? Get over it. It's YUJI Itadori. So apparently this old dude, like back in the day, he was boxing with YUJI Itadori and YUJI nearly killed him. Obviously he didn't because YUJI, it doesn't go around just killing people who he doesn't like. But yeah, he's fighting Maru now, and he's like, this is like, the last time I had a fight this hard was against YUJI Itadori. It's kind of, it just gives me goosebumps. I don't know. YUJI mentioned in our manga, and why would you bring it up? Why would you bring it up unless YUJI's gonna have have some relevance in this JJK Modulo plot moving forward. And please, I just want my goat back, man. Baldy then just starts trying to put hands on Maru, but Maru has got tech, all right? Get this guy in the ring with Mike Tyson, bruv, right? He's showing what's what. And then what Maru starts doing is he starts using what I think is something related to how he was saying his technique is about harmony, in that we get a musical scale, you know? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, blah, blah, blah. But what I have noticed about this scale is as we see the scale progress throughout this page, there are multiple panels where Maru lands a hit and then dodges a hit and then evades a hit and then lands another kick. And I have noticed that every single time the scale reaches do is when Maru actually makes a strike. So it's like every time Maru strikes and hits, it's always do. And then we get to this point where Maru does like the Yuta Okotsu pull up behind them pose, like the kind of speed blitz pose, yeets a fucking basketball at the old dude's head, which is hella disrespectful, and then goes full star platinum on him by just like repetitively going do 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 and just punching him in the face. Again, this is an old geezer. I get he's a grade 1 level and Maru's clearly well above that, but like, come on. He's still an old dude who's just lost his mind. Have a bit of respect at least, you know? But yeah, Maru just lost his Alright, he was not having it. Punched the man all the way outside into the swimming pool. And then what happens is the swimming pool bursts, like it erupts a bit, right? Because Maru, just from standing there, has heated up the water, so it's boiling, and it bursts upwards. The old man jumps out or flies out, and then Maru just closes his fist and freezes the water, which is like, so this guy is making things float. He's got crazy hands. He's changing things direction. He's heating up water. He's doing this arame stuff, where he's just freezing the water, like instantly. And then he goes to straight up murder the dude. Like he's gonna punch this icicle and shatter the guy into 10 trillion pieces, all right? If it wasn't for the fact that Tsurugi got in his way and stops him with his sword. And this is where we get the amazingly, awesomely cold panel of Maru hitting the iconic YUJI Gojo Sukuna, going in for a black flash panel, which is so cool to see a character in Modulo, in the art style of Yuji Iwasaki, reference like old JJK combat style. It's really good. I mean, obviously Gege does the storyboard, so that makes a lot of sense, and that's when the old man who's all beaten up and bloody just thinks to himself, this guy's technique is to completely destroy any and all logic. He has to be exaggerating. Well, that can't be how it works, because what in the Takaba is this? He's just gone, oh yes, this alien, he can do everything. No? What? The defy logic. Oh, this is already getting into like, can he bypass infinity territories right now, all right? This is getting sketchy. I really hope he's exaggerating because, well, do I? I don't know. I feel like it's not as simple as defying all logic. I know there have been theories about it being inertia, which is interesting, would explain how he freezes the water. But yeah, anyway, we then see Cross again being like, yes, Maru, go on, kill Tsurugi, kill Tsurugi. It will start a conflict. The humans won't be able to hack it. They won't like us, and it'll be over. But then Tsurugi basically screams out to Maru, and he's like, I thought we were supposed to be neighbors, and for some reason, that touches Cross's soul a bit. So where Cross was initially rooting for conflict and wanting Maru to kill someone, Cross then immediately switches up after hearing this, goes down there, tells Maru to calm down. Maru goes unconscious, and then Cross is like, wait, what am I doing? Like, why did I do that? And then the chapter ends. That's it. But we saw YUJI, let's go! Oh my god! Why would you bring it up, right? Why would you bring it up unless we're gonna get some YUJI lore? He might not be in it, he might be dead, but we might get some lore about what he was doing after JJK. And these aliens are broken! And you're telling me Dabura is stronger than Maru? They might have thousands of these Maru level fighters. Do you know what? Let's just not even get into it because it's not looking good, alright? But Tsurugi and Yuka better get their shit together fast because it's not looking good for them. But yeah, that is JJK Modulo Chapter 6, the full review. I hope you enjoy. Please remember to like, subscribe, check out this weekly manga review channel that I'm going to be posting these on from now on, and stay tuned. So yeah, I will see you in a bit. Thanks for watching.